with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Haley Potter. Thanks for joining us for tonight's edition of the Erie News NOWCAST. Developing tonight, Delta Airlines stopped servicing Erie more than a year ago, and now it appears the airline might not ever return. Several airport workers and members of the airport's board of directors say the shutdown is permanent and Delta has no plans to return flights to Erie, but the airline wouldn't confirm any of that information to us. Delta used to offer flights to and from Detroit, but it dropped the flights last summer because air travel plummeted during the pandemic. At that time, it said the move was temporary, but all Delta signage has now been removed from the airport. And new tonight, the Cleveland Indians team now has a new name and a new logo.
And together, we are all Cleveland Guardians.
It was revealed this morning the team that's been known as the Indians, or the Tribe, since 1915 will now be called the Guardians. The ball club announced the name change Friday with a video on Twitter narrated by actor Tom Hanks, and the name change will be effective at the end of the 2021 season. The decision ends months of the internal discussion triggered by a national reckoning by the institutions and teams to permanently drop logos and names that are considered racist. The organization spent most of the past year whittling down a list of potential names that was at nearly 1,200 just over a month ago. But the process quickly accelerated and the club landed on the Guardians. For the first time, we are hearing directly from a family rescued from their Jamestown, New York home that was destroyed by flames earlier this week. Justin Gold, with our new partner, Western New York News Now, shares the story of their daring escape and the message they have for strangers that lend a hand.
A Jamestown mother who, with her family, escaped smoke and flames this week is incredibly grateful for her neighbors and the police officer who came to their rescue.
We're staying at my dad's for now. We're bouncing back and forth between my brother and my dad, but everybody's hanging in there. They're trying to keep happy and keeping our minds off the whole situation.
Brooke Lucas, along with her partner Hector Rivera and their children, are lucky to be alive following the William Street fire. The mother, speaking with WNY News Now Friday, recalled the horrific event, saying her kids woke up after they heard crackling on the window around midnight Monday.
I got up instantly, walked out, opened up my door, and my porch is up in flames.
The two youngest were still sleeping upstairs when the family noticed the inferno.
Hector ended up getting Hazel awake. Hannah was right behind Hector. They went out our laundry door. I ran upstairs to get Hayden. I tried getting the dog and the cat, but by the time we got up the stairs, it was in flames.
Both Lucas and her 12-year-old daughter Haley then jumped from above a porch into Jamestown police officer Mark Conklin's arms in what the mother calls a life-saving moment.
It wasn't scary at all.
No hesitation, she said, choop.
No. You trusted him then?
Yeah.
While Officer Conklin was helping the mom and daughter escape, a group of neighbors then stepped in.
And then Jennifer was the neighbor that came out of nowhere behind us to grab Hayden.
And now, 5 days later, Lucas is still in shock, trying to process the whole ordeal.
Everybody was there at the right time. It's amazing. Yeah. Everybody's heroes.
The family met with Jamie Bilquist from the Rosemary's Run Foundation, who donated a $1,000 check to get them back on their feet. In addition, a GoFundMe page has raised over $10,000 so far, and Jamestown area business Pearl City Pets is collecting physical clothes donations for the kids. Reporting from Jamestown, New York, Justin Gould, WNY News Now.
Thanks, Justin. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. However, Lucas believes it started outside of her home, possibly in an outer wall facing the porch. Erie Waterworks is getting more than $6 million for upgrades to address lead pipes. The grant money comes from the Pennsylvania Infrastructure Investment Authority. Erie Waterworks plans to replace about 1,300 existing service connections. The existing connections are made of wrought iron pipe that's attached to water mains with lead sections. Work includes excavation and backfilling. The financing comes from federal funding and prior bond issues by the state. And we have a construction alert for drivers in the eastern part of Erie County. Work is set to start on a $15 million paving project on Interstate 90. The work includes resurfacing more than 10 miles of road in Harbor Creek, Greenfield, and Northeast Townships. The road work will run from the I-86 interchange to the New York state line. PennDOT says there will be traffic restrictions needed between Monday and between October 1st. Tonight, one local neighborhood hosted its own Parade of Nations to kick off the Olympic Games. Tonight's event in Fairview wasn't quite as big as the real thing, but offered plenty of fanfare. Neighborhood families represented different countries as they marched down the street, with even some dressing up to symbolize different regions. The countries were announced in the same order they were for the opening ceremonies in Tokyo. The event wrapped up with a small torch rally and a dinner with different dishes from all over the world.
It's just a great time, and I'm just so excited that everybody can come and that it's still happening.
This is awesome, the most wonderful experience. Yeah, with my friends, my childhood friends.
I will have the full story tonight on Erie News Now at 11 o'clock. Thanks for joining us for the Erie News Nowcast. Join us for our next news at 10 p.m. on the CW and 11 p.m. on WICU and WSEE. Have a great night.